Here's a video I think will be helpful for do-it-yourselfers and people who are having a difficult time trying to figure out their individual stair riser and the length of the stairway. And in order to do that, we are going to need to start with the measurement from the top of the finished floor on the lower level to the top of the finished floor on the upper level. So our stairway is going to go from one point to another point. We will need the vertical distance for that measurement in order to figure out what type of a stairway or what measurements are going to be used to create the individual riser height and the tread width or the step depth, the depth of the tread. So we're going to start with 89 3/4 inches as our overall vertical total rise for this particular stairway. The next step will be to divide the number 7 into the overall stair rise. Now the number 7 is the magic number here. We are going to use that to get us to our second number. And the second number is what will be used to figure out the individual riser height. But the number 7 seems to be a number that works for this particular formula. So let's keep that in mind. Any stairway rise total overall height, just divide it into the number 7, and that's going to take us to our second number. So if we divide 89.75 by 7, we're going to get 12.82. Then we're going to take the number 12 and divide it into the overall riser height again. And that will give us 7.45. That would mean that we would have 12 individual risers at 7.48 inches. I would also suggest dividing two more numbers into the overall rise, and that would be the number before and the number after our second number. Now remember, our second number is the number 12 in this example. So if we go to the next number, 13, and divide that into the overall rise, we're going to come out with 6.9 inches, which is a little under 7 inches. And if we use the number 11, we're going to come out with 8.15 inches. And if 7 3/4 inches is our maximum height that we can go with for an individual riser height, which in most areas it is, then you would need to go with either the 7.48 or the 6.9 number in this example. Now you can go smaller, but it might not be recommended. You're going to want to keep your individual riser heights between 6 and 7 3/4 inches, and ideally between 7 and 7 3/4 inches would be more along the lines of a standard. After you have figured out the amount of risers you are going to need, you can figure out how long the stairway is going to be. And in our example here, we are going to use 10-inch stair treads. This would be 10-inch wide or 10 inches deep. This is not going to be the width of the stairway. This is going to be the width of the individual stair tread or the depth of it. The next step is even easier than the figuring out the risers. All you need to do to figure out the length of the stairway, this is not the length of the stair stringer. This would be the length of the horizontal length of the stairway to where it will begin and end. And all you need to do is simply multiply the amount of treads, which in our example here is 11, by the depth of each individual stair tread. And if we do that, multiply 11 by 10, we end up with 110 inches, and that's how long the base of our stairway will be. Hopefully it makes sense. If it doesn't, I understand. I've been there before. Do not forget that we have some books you can check out at the website. And simply go to the website, homebuildingandrepairs.com, click on the Books tab, and it will take you to a section where we have some stair building books, a variety of different stair building books to make your job even easier.